Well, it just goes from one story to another with Beach Buddies here in the Isle of Man. And I'm delighted that Bill Dale is joining us from his home in Peel. I mean, Bill, which story should we cover? I mean, first of all, congratulations in Ramsey. We popped into Mooring Park to see the big clean-up there. And again, massive turnout of people.
That was absolutely amazing. I thought we might get about 100 people, and 229 turned up. Families, which was brilliant. And then everybody went home, pretty much everybody went home plastered in mud with a huge smile on their face. And I imagine there was a power surge in Ramsey when everybody switched on their washing machines.
It was quite funny seeing that situation. But let's talk about other things that are happening. I mean, you've got this guy in America who potentially could be running for president of the United States, who's heard about you and has picked up on it, right?
That's right. It's Senator Sherrod Brown from Ohio, and I was in Ohio. I've been there twice in the last 2 years, speaking to marine scientists at their university, and he'd heard about this, and he'd researched Beach Buddies, and he sent a very kind proclamation, they call it out there, which is basically just to say how much they appreciate what we're doing for the environment, and an acknowledgement from an official source, and it had the official seal of the Senate on it. So. And he's potentially going to stand for the Democratic nomination for the House. So, I mean, my word, this man might end up being the president of the United States, the most powerful position in the world, and he knows about Beach Buddies. How amazing is that?
Has this thing completely taken over your life, by the way?
Yeah, it has really. I never expected it to, really, Paul. I'll tell you what, when I first went walking with my dogs on the beach, I just thought I'd clean up one beach and be very happy with that. But of course, I've become a bit obsessed with it. But the great thing is that it looks as if we've taken some very positive strides and set examples around the world, and people are now saying that they know about Beach Buddies, and this is spreading all over the world. I thought last year was going to be the year when I finished last year and looked back at the diary and what had happened. And now this year alone, there's invitations to go all over the place. And another one came in yesterday from Surfers Against Sewage, and they've asked me to be a mentor for the Cold Water Islands. I mean, that is another big opportunity to spread the word, and what a privilege to be asked.
How do you fund that? Because I know sometimes you pay for these things yourself, but surely this is now something that, you got to the position that you have to be an ambassador almost.
Yeah, you're right. And I have personally funded lots of these things myself. The charity has helped me pay for some of the travel, but we've got to be a bit more realistic about that, and maybe expand into using our website a bit more, because and also things like this, like Skype, because traveling around the world, as very nice as it is, you've got to be realistic about how much time and money you can spend on these things. Whereas if we could do it via the internet, then you could speak to so many more people in one go. So we're probably going to have a professional video. Perhaps you might be interested in shooting that for us.
Happy to help, honestly. I know you've got quite an important, is it UNESCO event coming up?
Yes, there's an event called Euromab in Dublin coming up in April, and that is where people from linked to UNESCO all over the place, from right across Europe, are going to gather together for a biannual conference, and I've been asked to host a workshop there. Another event is the British Irish Council meeting in Glasgow, which I think is in March. Then I've been invited, which is fantastic, by the British Science Museum to go to London to give a presentation. Again, this is another UNESCO event, and they want me to speak specifically about what Beach Buddies has done in the Isle of Man. I mean, that is a tremendous honour for Beach Buddies, and fantastic for the Isle of Man. And
just, if people want to join you, you have all details online. Each week you go out still every weekend, yeah?
Yeah, the website is becoming more active. We are going to change. It's going to look very different very soon. It's called beachbuddies.net, and of course we've been very successful with our Facebook page, Beach Buddies Isle of Man, and people can get involved. We've also got a trip coming up very shortly to go across to a place called Ravenglass, very close to the Lake District. And we're going to hold a weekend series of beach cleaning events there, and hope to kickstart something there. And we've got invitations all across Britain at the moment. So it looks like this is going to be another crazy year.
And you are getting lots of media attention. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? getting the profile, getting your name out there, getting probably more sponsorship or whatever.
It is. I mean, obviously it helps our profile, and that also helps us to raise funds because, we can't run this on a shoestring, and I have done for a long time. We're a bit more successful along those lines, but obviously we could do with funding all the time, so that's really good. In fact, something that will help us is that the BBC has just been on the phone only in the last couple of days to say they'd like us to go on the BBC Northwest Inside Out programme, which is like a 15-minute documentary, so that will reach millions of people, and who knows what will happen after that.
Well, you need CNN, don't you? You need all the NBCs and CBSs of the world as well to follow up on that.
That's right, and I think once it's been on somewhere like BBC and ITV, then other people are picking this up, and there's been lots of connections which have come via the media, just through connections that's happened elsewhere. So certainly the media is very important. I mean, and being a journalist myself, I understand that entirely.
So we just need, Mr. Bill Gates or somebody like that to pick up on it, right?
Somebody said that to me the other day. He says all you need is either some very famous person or perhaps somebody who's a philanthropist who's very wealthy, who loves what you're doing, and this could really change everything, and let's face it, this could then change the world. There are all sorts of ideas out there, but almost all of them are to do with making money. Some of these people who putting out booms in the Pacific Ocean, they've got a massive financial backing, but the thing doesn't work. All we're trying to do is to spread the word, is that you don't give up, educate your children, go to schools and talk to them, make a change on that level, and stop the plastic getting into the ocean in the first place. That's what it's all about.